You're listening to The Rich Life Revolution with me, Michelle Cooper. My mission is to empower you to step into your next level of wealthy. You'll hear all the deets, a little bit of inspiration, and real life takeaways so that you can create your own rich life revolution. Let's dig in. Welcome back to the Rich Life Revolution podcast, the place where we redefine wealth, success, and abundance on our terms, helping you create your version of your rich life. Today, we're diving into a concept that has the power to completely shift your energy, relationships, and even your financial reality, giving without expectation. We've all been taught that giving is good. But let's be honest, how often do we give with an ulterior motive? Whether it's expecting a return, a thank you, or some kind of recognition, conditional giving keeps us stuck in a scarcity mindset. But here's the truth, the real truth. Real abundance is built on generosity, not transactions. And when you learn to give freely without strings attached, you open the floodgates to more wealth, joy, and opportunities, more than you can possibly imagine. So if you're ready to shift your perspective on generosity and tap into true abundance, let's dive in. Now, let me share a little story here with you, because I have been struggling with this over the past month or so. My business, my core business, donates 1% of its revenue to organizations and causes that are important to our team members and to our clients. And we have a solid giving strategy. Now, earlier this year, we identified someone, a particular person, who was going through a hard time. And the team asked if we could support that person specifically. And of course, if it's important to the team, we want to do that, right? I also love grassroots giving, okay? I'm really not about the corporate giving where you're, just contributing to the overhead of something. I love where we can really, like, boots on the ground, make a difference. So I approved it. Absolutely. I think we spent about $2,500 on this one initiative, and off this gift went. I didn't get a thank you. I didn't get anything. I didn't get any response at all to me. Now, apparently this person said thank you, but they did not say it to me. I also then came to understand that this person wasn't necessarily acting in the most honest and ethical way. And subsequent to that, found out that this person had said something about me and about our company that was disparaging. And this felt like a stab in the back, as I'm sure you could agree it would, right? Like, we just really helped this person out. We didn't have to do that, right? And they go around and they do this to us. This is what I've been struggling with in this, last, let's say, 1 to 2 months. Right? And it's been weighing heavily on my heart. Now, I understand the concept of reciprocity. I understand the concept of abundance and expansion and releasing of money into circulation, because that's where it wants to be. Like, I'm all in on all of it. And I still felt angry. I felt hurt. I felt betrayed. I felt like, really? Like, you couldn't even, say thank you? So I want to talk to you I want to have this conversation, and I want you to know that if this is something that you've ever struggled with, I got you. Like, I totally get it, right? You see, there's an energy around giving, and giving is often tied to expectations, right? Whether it's wanting the appreciation, wanting the reciprocity, or maybe even a sense of control. But in fact, true abundance comes from giving with an open heart, trusting that what you put into the universe will come back in ways you can't possibly imagine nor predict. Think of money and energy as a cycle. When you release control and you give freely, you allow more to flow in. I live by that, and I was still frustrated. So here's why transactional giving doesn't work, right? And this is something I had to remind myself of. If you're giving just to receive, now I'm not saying I was, right? But if you're giving just to receive, you're operating from lack and not abundance. So if you're lending money to a friend and then feeling resentful if they don't pay it back, or maybe they don't pay it back quickly enough for you, if you're doing favors in your business, but feeling bitter when people don't return those favors, or maybe you're making charitable donations just for the recognition. These attachments block the natural flow of wealth and generosity, right? It just doesn't work that way, right? It's like we've got to just release it, right? Let it go. Whether that person says thank you or not, whether they pay it back or not, like if you have a schedule with someone to make a payment on some money you've lent them, then for sure, right? Like you want to have an agreement on that. But in my personal experience, I don't like to lend money because I find that it interferes in relationships. And if I do, it's money that I am happy to lose. I actually don't expect it to be paid back. That helps me make a decision. Can I afford to just let this go? Right? Now, how do we shift into true generosity? You might be asking. Well, we give because it feels good, not because you expect something in return. And we trust that what you put out into the world will return in ways you can't even possibly imagine or predict, right? There are so many ways that abundance and that reciprocity will come back to you. So in my situation, I'm going to trust that we did the right thing, right? We made the right decision. And there are ways that this reciprocity is coming back to us that we aren't even connecting the dots on. We can pay attention to how generosity feels, especially when it's genuine, right? It expands your energy instead of draining it. So maybe you're tipping generously with no expectation of better service. Maybe you're sharing knowledge freely because you want to, not because you expect a sale. Or maybe you're supporting a friend's business without expecting them to do the same for you. When some of the wealthiest people in the world practice unconditional giving because they understand the cycle of abundance. When you stop hoarding and you start circulating money and energy, you signal to the universe that you trust in limitless abundance. I'm all in on that one. So this week, I encourage you to give without expectations, whether that's a compliment, a tip, your time, your knowledge, or even cold, hard cash. Notice how it shifts your energy and what opportunities come your way as a result. When we start giving from a place of true abundance, we step into a whole new energy of wealth and fulfillment. So here's my challenge for you. Find one way today to give freely, expecting nothing in return. Just let it go and trust the process. If this episode resonated with you, share it with someone who needs to hear this message. And don't forget to subscribe for more powerful conversations about money, mindset, and abundance. I'd love to see a picture of you in my DMs giving freely, taking me up on the challenge I laid down and letting me know your thoughts. Until next time, keep giving, keep growing, and keep creating your rich life on your terms. Thanks for hanging out with me. I hope you got at least one gold nugget today. Be sure to grab your copy of the Rich Life Revolution workbook to help you set the foundation for your next level of wealthy. Get it now at richliferevolution.ca, and I'll see you later.